Oh. Mm. Ah. Hello there. It is day 66 of reading the Bible in a year, and I've got a bit of a stuffy nose, and I'm reading 4 more chapters of Joshua. It's like they really want me to get through this book. Alright, let's get reading. Joshua chapter 14. The land divided west of the Jordan. These are the areas which the children of Israel inherited the land of Canaan, which Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel distributed as an inheritance to them. Their inheritance was by lot, as the Lord had commanded by the hand of Moses, for the 9 tribes and the half-tribe. For Moses had given the inheritance of 2 tribes and the half-tribe on the other side of the Jordan, but to the Levites he had given no inheritance among them. For the children of Joseph there were 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim, and they gave no part to the Levites in the land, except cities to dwell in, with their common lands for their livestock and their property. As the Lord had commanded Moses, so the children of Israel did, and they divided the land. Caleb inherits Hebron. Yay. Then the children of Judah came to Joshua in Gilgal, and Caleb son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, said to him, "You know the word which the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, concerning you and in me, and in Kadesh Barnea? I was 40 years old when Moses the servant of the Lord sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land, and I brought back word to him that it was in my heart. Nevertheless, my brethren who went up with me made the heart of the people melt, but I wholly followed the Lord my God. So Moses swore on that day, saying, Surely the land where your foot has trodden shall be your inheritance, and your children's forever, because you have wholly followed the Lord my God. And now behold, the Lord has kept me alive, and he has said, these 45 years, ever since the Lord spoke this word to Moses, whilst Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now here I am, this day, 85 years old." Wow, that's old. "And as yet, I am as strong this day as on the day that Moses sent me, just as my strength was then. Now it is my strength for war, both for going out and for coming in. Now therefore, give me this land, this mountain, of which the Lord spoke in that day. For you heard in that day how the Anakim were there, and that the cities were great and fortified. It may be that the Lord will be great with me. It may be that the Lord will be with me, and I shall be able to drive them out as the Lord has said." And Joshua blessed him and gave Hebron to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, as an inheritance. Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, to this day, because he wholly followed the Lord God of Israel. And the name of Hebron, formerly Kirjath Arba was the greatest man among the Anakim. Then the land had rest from war. The land of Judah. So this was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families. The border of Edom at the wilderness of Zin. Southward was extreme southern boundary. And the southern border began at the shore of the Salt Sea, from the bay of that faces southward. Then it went out to the southern side of the ascent of Akrabim, passed along Zin, ascended on the south side of Kadesh Barnea, passed along Hezron, went up to Ada and went round to Karkar. That's what my sister once called her car, because it was a Ford car. A car. From there it passed toward Asmon and went out to the brook of Egypt. That's the border, not my sister's car. That would have been very weird. And the border ended at the sea. This shall be your southern border. The east border was the Salt Sea as far as the mouth of the Jordan, and the border of the northern quarter began at the bay of the sea at the mouth of the Jordan. The border went up to Beth Hoglah and passed north of Beth Arabah, and the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Rehoboam. Then the border went up toward Debir from the valley of Achor, and it turned northward toward Gilgal, which is before the ascent of Adamim, which is on the south side of the valley. The border continued toward the waters of En Shemesh, and ended at En Rogal. And the border went up from the valley by the valley of the son of Hinnom to the southern slope of the Jebusite city, which is Jerusalem. The border went up from the top of the mountain that lies before the valley of Hinnom westward, which is at the end of the valley of Rephaim northward. Then the border went around from the top of the hill of the fountain of water of Nephtoah, and extended to cities of Mount Ephron, and the border went around to Bala, which is Kirjath Jearim. Then the border turned westward from Bala to Mount Seir, passed along the side of Mount Jearim on the north, which is Chesalon, went down to Beth Shemesh, and passed on to Timnah, and the border went out to the side of Ekron northward. Then the border went around Shikon, passed along Mount Bala, extended to Jabneel, and the border ended by the sea. The west border was the coastline of the Great Sea. This is the boundary of the children of Judah, all around according to their families. Oh, this is going to take a long time to read. Caleb occupies Hebron and Debir. Now, to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, he gave a share among the children of Judah according to the command which the Lord told Joshua, namely Kirjath Arba, which is Hebron. Arba was the father of Anak. Okay. Caleb drove out 3 sons of Anak from there, Sheshai, Ahiman, Talmai, the children of Anak. Then he went up from there to the inhabitants of Debir. Formerly the name of Debir was Kirjath Sepher. And Caleb said, He who attacks... I'll do it in that silly voice. He who attacks Kirjath Sepher and takes it, to him I will give Aksha, my daughter, as wife. So Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it and gave him Aksha, his daughter, as wife. Now it was so, when she came to him, that she persuaded him to ask her father for a field. So she dismounted from her donkey, and Caleb said to her, What do you wish? She answered, Give me a blessing, since you have given me land in the south. Give me also springs of water. So he gave her the upper springs and the lower springs. Cities of Judah. I don't want to read all those names. This was the inheritance of the tribe of children of Judah according to their families. The cities of the limits of the tribe of children of Judah toward this border of Edom and south, Kabzeel in Eder, Jaguar, Kinnah, Dimona, Eder, Kadesh, Hazor, Ithat, lots of city names there. All cities are 29 with their villages. In the lowland, lots of other names. I do not want to see that. I don't want to read all the names. 14 cities with their villages. More city names. How many cities are there? 16 cities and their villages. 9 cities with their villages. Right. Oh my gosh, there's so many names here. Why do they put so many names here? I know it's important for like genealogies and what's it called? Getting their history. It can be interesting if you're into all that in depth. Where did this person live? Where did they go? Where did they have breakfast? What do they eat for snacks? Kind of thing. But not for me. Alright. Chapter 16. Ephraim and West Manasseh. Yay. The lot fell to the children of Joseph from the Jordan by Jericho to the waters of Jericho on the east, to the wilderness that goes up from Jericho through the mountains of Bethel. Then went out from Bethel to Luz, passed along the border of the Archites at Ataroth, and went down westward to the boundary of the Japhletites, as far as the boundary of the lower Beth Horon to Gezer, that's Gezer, and it ended at the sea. So the children of Joseph, Manasseh and Ephraim, took their inheritance. The land of Ephraim. The border of the children of Ephraim according to their families was thus: the border that was inheritance at the east side of Ataroth Adar, as far as upper Beth Horon, and the border went out from toward the sea on the north side of Mikmethath. It's like I've got a lisp. Then the border went around eastward toward Tanath Shiloh. Taught someone called Shiloh before. And passed by it on the east of Janohah. Then it went down from Janohah to Ataroth and Nara, reached to Jericho, and came out at the Jordan. The border went out from Tapua westward to the brook Kana, and it ended at the sea. This was the inheritance of the tribe of children of Ephraim according to their families. The separate cities of Ephraim were among the inheritance of the children of Manasseh, all the cities with their villages, and they did not drive out the Canaanites who dwelt in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwell among the Ephraimites to this day, and have become forced labourers. Chapter 17, the last chapter of today. This reading. The other half tribe of Manasseh, west. There was also a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, namely for Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead. Because he was a man of war, therefore he was given Gilead and Bashan. And there was a lot for the rest of the children of Manasseh, according to their families, the children of Abiezer, children of Helek, the children of Azrael, children of Shechem, children of Hepher, and the children of Shemida. These were the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, according to their families. How sexist. But Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, had no sons, but only daughters. These are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, Tirzah. Now they came near before Eleazar the priest, before the son of Joshua the son of Nun, and before all the rulers, saying, The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among your brothers, our brothers. Therefore, according to commandment of the Lord, he gave them an inheritance among their... Therefore, according to the commandment of the Lord, he gave them an inheritance among their father's brothers. 10 shares fell to Manasseh, besides the land of Gilead and Bashan, which were on the other side of the Jordan. Because the daughters of Manasseh received an inheritance among his sons, the rest of Manasseh's sons had the land of Gilead. And the territory of Manasseh was from Asher to Michmethath, that lies east of Shechem, at the border of that, and the border went south along to the inhabitants of Tapua. Manasseh had the land of Tapua, but Tapua on the border of Manasseh belonged to the children of Ephraim. And the border descended from the brook of Connor southward to the brook. These cities of Ephraim were among the cities of Manasseh. The border of Manasseh was on the north side of the brook, and it ended by the sea. Southward it was Ephraim's, northward it was Manasseh's. But the sea was its border. Manasseh's territory was adjoining Asher in the north, and Issachar on the east, and Issachar in Issachar and in Asher. Manasseh had Bethshan with its towns, Ibleam and its towns, the inhabitants of Dor and its towns, the inhabitants of Endor and its towns, the inhabitants of Tanakh and its towns, the inhabitants of Megiddo and its towns, 3 hilly regions. Yet the children of Manasseh could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities, but the Canaanites were determined to dwell in that land. And it happened, when the children of Israel grew strong, that they put the Canaanites to forced labour, but did not utterly drive them out. They were told to. More land for Ephraim and Manasseh. Oh, my word. Then the children of Joseph spoke to Joshua, saying, Why have you given us only one lot and one share to inherit? Because we are a great people, inasmuch as the Lord has blessed us until now. So Joshua answered them, If you are a great people, then go up to the forest country and clear a place for yourself there, in the land of the Perizzites and the giants, since the mountains of Ephraim are too confined for you. But the children of Joseph said, The mountain country is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites who dwell in the land of the valley have chariots of iron, both those who are Bethshan and its towns, and those who are of the valley of Jezreel. And Joshua spoke to the house of Joseph, to Ephraim and Manasseh, saying, You are a great people, and have great power. You shall not have only one lot, but the mountain country shall be yours. Also, although it is wooded, you shall cut it down, and its farthest extent shall be yours. For you shall drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots and are strong. If you enjoyed the voices, then like the video. If you liked me reading and wanted to hear all of the cities that I skipped over, then leave a comment saying that. If you get this far, well done, and I'll see you in the next reading.